We're back to more news. Week of the 14th or something. It'll say it in the thumbnail. Short news week. Not a lot at all. After the Game Awards last week. So not too much. This should be pretty quick, pretty easy edit. Let's go. But let's start off with Ubisoft acquiring an Amazon studio. Andy Robinson, VGC. So Ubisoft acquires Amazon Games Montreal team, marking the return of Rainbow Six Siege's director. So like a 2-for-1 here, which is pretty cool. No terms of the deal have been disclosed, but the move will see Ubisoft obtain the rights for the upcoming MOBA game March of Giants, which began closed alpha testing on PC earlier this year, and its entire development team will join the company. As part of the agreement, Amazon will provide Ubisoft with marketing support for March of the Giants on Twitch. Creative director is Xavier Marquise, who led development on Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. The game's production leader, Alexandra Parizou, is another former Ubisoft leader, having served as, I guess that's marketing director? I don't know. Of its Toronto studio. In a statement, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot welcomed Marquise and Parizou, I don't know French, back to the company and said that their return would bring proven expertise in building globally successful competitive and live games to Ubisoft. According to a press release, their team will become part of a future creative house, which are the new divisions Ubisoft is organizing its teams within. March of the Giants has a real opportunity to bring something fresh and dynamic to players and to help Ubisoft compete in one of gaming's biggest arenas, said Guillemot. Looking forward to welcoming back Alexander, Xavier, and many of the seasoned March of the Giants team who have previously worked at Ubisoft. And the entire team's ambition, creativity, and talent align perfectly with our desire to build bold new experiences for players. We look forward to supporting them as they shape the future with this promising new IP. So more focused on the returning Ubisoft people, not so much on the fact that Amazon sold their studio. Sale of Amazon Games Montreal comes weeks after the corporate announced significant cuts to the video game business. So similar to Netflix, just cutting their home-brewed gaming studio stuff. But they sold stuff this time. So Netflix just acquired their own entire large IP gaming studios, which is nuts. Next up, again, this is just larger news and then smaller news later. 3 Field Studio is apparently close to shutting down. Chris Cullen, VGC. After putting its entire staff on redundancy notice, Recreation Studio 3 Fields turns to Patreon for help. These people worked on the Burnout series, so they made this recreation game. I don't know if anyone's heard of it before. I hadn't until this story. But it's basically like Burnout stuff. It's basically just Burnout again. But the best part's the Burnout, when you're crashing and like driving people into walls and shit. So it looks like fun, but unfortunately the studio is not doing good. 3 Fields was founded in 2014 by Fiona Sperry, former Criterion Game Studio director, and Alex Ward, director of the Burnout series. Previously released 6 games: Dangerous Golf, Lethal VR, Danger Zone 2, Dangerous Driving, and its 6th game, Recreation, was released in October. However, in a LinkedIn post last week, Sperry announced that 3 Fields' entire staff had been placed on notice of redundancy. The reality we now face is stark, she wrote. As an independent studio, we will not see revenue from game sales for the foreseeable future. We've had to self-fund most of the year and all of the post-launch content. Without the enthusiasm or financial support from our publisher THQ Nordic to continue development, we simply cannot sustain the studio in its current form. Making this decision has been unbelievably painful. And they launched a Patreon so that players can hopefully help. Your support, whether $2 or $50, helps keep the lights on, build the world of Recreation, and take creative risks that wouldn't be possible otherwise. So that's unfortunate. I don't know where the promotion is for these games. I've never heard of any of these games, and that might be a me problem, or it's a publication marketing problem, because I've never heard of any of these games, and that could be why the studio is struggling. Because this Recreation game seems like a lot of fun. It seems like a lot of fun. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. Maybe it's real bad. Who knows? Next up, another studio is diving heavy into AI. Connor McCarr, Eurogamer. Tasks that previously took 2 to 3 hours, blah, 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 blah. So Falcom, creator of the Trails in the Sky and Wise series, has revealed during a recent shareholder presentation it has begun using AI during game development, stating they are proceeding cautiously that it's been used in the early stages of game development nonetheless. We are proceeding cautiously due to legal issues. We are using AI to brainstorm scenarios and to do research. What used to take 2 to 3 hours can now be completed in 10 minutes. AI is also used to correct typos in the scenario. It's worth noting that this is a rough translation from Japanese to English using Google's inbuilt browser tools, and therefore the intricacies of the statement could be off. Even so, this is seemingly a confirmation that Falcom is integrating AI into its workflow. It's hard to say exactly how much. They're not being very transparent or fully vocal about it, understandably. So hopefully it's not a lot. Hopefully it's just minor tasks. Minor tasks that aren't generative. Pretty cool. Speaking of AI, Larian had a big uh-oh this week. A big uh-oh, oopsie, I did the same. So in response to everyone's backlash about them announcing that they're using AI, this is Andy Robinson, VGC, by the way. The CEO responds by saying, "Holy fuck, guys, we're not replacing artists." Larian boss responds to AI backlash. Crazy. "Holy fuck, guys, we're not pushing hard or replacing concept artists with AI. We have a team of 72 artists, of which 23 are concept artists, and we're hiring more. The art they create is original, and I'm very proud of what they do." So speaking to Bloomberg, following its The Game Awards reveal of Divinity, Vink confirmed the studio was using AI to explore ideas, flesh out PowerPoint presentations, develop concept art, and write placeholder text, but insisted that no generated content will make it into the final game, and that everyone at the company is more or less okay with the way they're using it. More or less. I was asked explicitly about concept art and our use of Gen AI. I answered that we used to use it to explore things. I didn't say we use it to develop concept art. The artists do that, and they are indeed world-class artists. So this goes on. He's defending it, so on and so forth. But this does go a little deeper. Jason Schreier did post like a more detailed, basically like exactly how the conversation went. I'm gonna paste it here and move this over here as well. I don't think I'm signed in here, so I don't think I can look at it. Okay. So this is basically the exact dialogue, right? So this is where it gets a little more, way more sus than just the original articles that were out there. This is Jason Schreier talking to the CEO. "Speaking of efficiency," we're gonna read the whole thing. "You've spoken a little bit about generative AI, and I know that it's been a point of discussion on the team. Do you feel like it can speed up production? In terms of generation, like whiteboxing, yes, there's things I'm not 100% sure if you're actually seeing speed up that much. You're trying more stuff. Having tried stuff out, I don't actually think it accelerates things because there's a lot of hype out there. I haven't really seen, oh, this is really going to replace things. I haven't seen that yet. I've seen a lot of where you initially get excited. Oh, this could be cool. And then you say, blah, 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 blah. We are trying to use generated assets to accelerate whiteboxing. But to be fair, we're talking about basic things to help level designers. What about concept art? So that's being used by concept artists. They use it the same like they would use photos. We have like 30 concept artists, and at this point, or something like that. So we bought a boutique concept art firm at the moment that everybody was reducing them because they were going to AI. In our case, it just went up. If there's one thing that artists keep on asking for, it's more concept artists, but what they do is they use it for exploration." The other thing I've seen, this is Jason again, the other thing that I've seen that being used for more and more placeholders, stub dialogue. So they talk about like stub dialogue, like temporary text for their dialogue. Jason says, "But you found that it's not actually speeding things up. It's just kind of allowing more experimentation. In a sense, that speeds it up because your experimentation is broader. But I mean, it's not as if their dialogues are suddenly being written faster. On the contrary, it's not as if you're seeing the scripting going faster. What's happening is there's just more stuff being done." And Jason replies, "Until it screws up." And right, you still always have to alter it yourself. Non-native speakers, it's easy for me to take phrases without mistakes, so it helps with that. To write your company emails. No. Like he says, no. He replies, no. I mean, like putting it in there to see, okay, this is a cleanup version of my text. So what's happening is I write with worse grammar now, and then I use it to clean up my text, and then have to go over it again to clean it up. That seems like, and Jason says, that seems like it would take more time. And he says, yes, I know, but I have the feeling like my phrases are better. Your English is pretty good. You don't have to worry about that much. And it goes on. to sidestep it. I think experimentation, whiteboxing, some broader whiteboxing, lots of applications, and retargeting and cleaning up and editing. These are things that just suddenly take a lot of time. So that allows you to do more. So there's a lot of value there in terms of creative process itself. It helps in doing things. It's just like all vague stuff. Will they eventually manage to do that at a larger scale? I don't know how much data centers they're going to need to be able to do it. So Jason says, it doesn't seem like it's causing more efficiency, so why use it? The response is, this is a tech-driven industry, so you try stuff. You can't afford not to try things, because if somebody finds the golden egg and you're not using it, you're dead in this industry. And Jason says, okay, but the downside, though, is that it's so poisonous, controversial to players, to artists, to creative people in a way that other tech isn't. Maybe Photoshop used to be back in the day. I think you would find the same argument back in the days for a lot of things, right? Anything that has been automated has always considered. I think the part of the job is to make sure that you're competitive and state of the art. So if you don't look at the state of the art, you will eventually regret it. That's going to be even worse for the developers. So, in summary, they're using it because everyone else is using it, and everyone is using it because everyone else is using it because they're scared for some reason that someone's going to one company's going to just go so far beyond another company because they found some secret AI code that's going to make everything go so much easier. That's insane talk. That's insane talk. Yeah, we're just going to use it because if we don't use it, we're dead. Says who? Again, this is another small expert. The full article is obviously behind a paywall. Jason Schreier also usually posts his stuff on Blue Sky. So unfortunately, it's a little sus. And there's kind of a little update on this. Larian said they're going to do a Q&A. We'll see how that goes. I don't think it happened yet. But Larian did say that they're going to do some sort of Q&A soon. Because if they are using it for concept art, that's sus. And this is a little bit of a related story here. It's Chris calling VGC. So talking to Daniel Vavra, which is what's the CEO, director, what is it? Co-founder of Kingdom Come Deliverance, has a lot to say about this AI stuff. And they've got it's a real hot take. So they posted this person, in response to all that, in response to directly the post by Vinka from Larian, they did a whole Twitter thread. I guess we might as well read this whole thing as well, because this is nuts. This is nuts. Whatever. This AI hysteria is the same as when people were smashing steam engines in the 19th century. Wrong. Larian said that they were doing something that absolutely everyone else is doing and got an insanely crazy shitstorm. I've even seen someone accuse us of using AI in Kingdom Come Deliverance too. I don't know anything about it except that I used Topaz Labs to upscale some of the AI elements from Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and some of the old low-res textures. So this is like, this is going to be a whole, just heads up. It's going to be like, oh, first half, not bad. Second half, not great. I'm no fan of AI generated art, but anyway, it's time to face reality. AI is here to stay with us. As frightening as it is, maybe that's the way it is. Personally, it scares me the most in the music because you can't even recognize AI is there anymore. Everyone keeps saying, guys, everyone keeps saying it's here to stay no matter what. Says who? That's what they were saying about crypto and NFTs. That is, oh, it's here. That's what's gonna happen. That's just how it is from now on. Guess what? Not so much. Not so much. He keeps going. You know what I hate most about making games? The fact that it takes 7 years and 300 people and tens of millions of dollars to make, and the fact that Tom had to spend 500 hours in the studio recording completely generic heckling and generic bars. If AI can help me make an epic game in a year with a smaller team like in the old days, I'm all for it. That game will still have an art director, writers, programmers, graphic designers, but they won't have to do the tiresome and boring tasks. They'll have to focus on the essentials. I have ideas for lots of games, but I'm 50 years old, so far it's taken me 7 years on average to make one game. If AI helps me realize those ideas faster, I'm all for it. Here's the thing. The sentiment there, sure. Yeah. You don't want it to take that long and that much money. But if you could also just make a game that doesn't require that amount of people and that much money. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a huge fucking game. You're gonna need more people, more money to make a game like that. If you don't want to spend and hire that many people, you don't make that game. Like, I'm sorry, that's just not how it works. So literally, instead of hiring like maybe upcoming voice actors like that don't really need like high-paying roles, they would just want to use AI for background noise instead of just getting someone like, hey, You're just starting out. Here's an opportunity to do something, right? Wouldn't it be nice if, okay, he goes on to say, wouldn't it be nice if you could ask anyone anything in an RPG? Like maybe ask someone for the road directions or what they think of their neighbors. We already have tools where you script an NPC, their character, their knowledge and opinions, and they talk to you about anything. Nobody wants that. Why would I want, in an RPG, why would I want to ask an NPC anything other than important stuff or meaningful stuff? I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna waste my time. If I want to do that, I'll go outside and ask a random person. What? No, it wouldn't be nice. That's just a waste of time. For non-story stuff, this is an absolutely revolutionary development from a player's point of view. No. You can't record it with an actor because it has infinite variations, but you can record our cutscenes and story dialogue. You don't need an Oscar-level performance when ordering a sausage in a pub or when asking how to get to the castle. No, you're right, you don't. So what you do is you hire people that are just starting out voice acting, and you give them opportunities. That's what you do. Oh my god. So, concludes that the growth of generative AI in the industry is inevitable and that people need to get on board with it. Says programmers have a problem. The work of most of them will probably not be needed very soon. Admitting that jobs are going to be taken, like just openly admitting it. We'll have software architects and AI will do the programming very soon. Resisting this is probably as meaningful as resisting the use of sewing machines in the textile industry. What? Or going back to riding horses while you could use planes and cars. How many horse breeders lost their jobs thanks to Henry Ford? That's not the same thing at all. Who and how will recognize if the game was programmed by a human or AI? And who would want to spend months of work and hundreds of thousands of dollars when the same thing could be achieved in minutes for free? That you're saying the quiet part out loud. You're saying the quiet part out loud. It's like, why? What? He's saying, why not actually create something meaningful by humans, for humans, when I could just hit a couple buttons and do it for free, easy in a few minutes? Why would I not do that? Because it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck and nobody wants that. Nobody wants these things. And he goes on to make like some sort of Skynet joke. But if you want to read the like full post plus all of the replies and stuff, because he does go through and answer some people that were replying to him. I'm not logging in. And it's some pretty shit responses too. So these people are out of their minds. They're out of their fucking minds. I don't understand it. All right, let's burn through these small news stories. Let's burn through these small news stories real fast. Andrew Robinson, the director denies Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic could be more than 4 years away. So one of the directors, OG, was like, no, don't worry, it's gonna come out before 2030. I'm not getting any younger, so I'm gonna make sure it comes out in time. So cool. Maybe 2029 for Fate of the Old Republic. Spiritual successor to Knights of the Old Republic confirmed. Next up, we got a confirmation of marathon price and date. Andy Robinson VGC. So $40. Looking at, I think it was March of next year at $40. A small aside, one of the like creative art directors or something for Marathon like left the company already. I don't know what's going on. It didn't seem like there was any drama or anything, but people are already leaving the studio. So we got a price and a date. Next up, the Terminator game that everyone forgot about has been delayed. So Terminator Survivors will no longer launch early access. It's supposed to come out this year. It was supposed to come out winter of this year. Now delayed, I think, indefinitely. I don't think there's a window yet. No, but it's supposedly some sort of survival crafter in the universe of Terminator. It has been delayed. Completely forgot that this game was a thing. I'm sure everyone else did as well. Next up, they are going to be ending updates for Forza Motorsport. Chris Culling VGC. Turn 10 says that they're going to be not putting out any more new things, new cars, new tracks, nothing like that. No new updates, but the servers are staying on. They're going to keep the servers on so you can keep playing the game. You're just not getting any updates because they're going to move on to the next project. Cool. Hell yeah. They're not turning off the servers. Next up, update on Elder Scrolls 6. Todd Howard says it's going real slow. Oh, what did he say? It's progressing really well. The majority of the studio's on 6, but I'll say this. We always overlap, so we're very used to overlapping development. We have long pre-productions on things so that we feel good about them. And it's a process. We all wish it went a little bit faster or a lot faster, but it's a process that we want to get right. So that's just production still going on Elder Scrolls 6. I think he said it's going to come out sooner than people expected. I think he said that somewhere. I don't know. He said it somewhere. It might have been a different article somewhere about it. Your quarterly Elder Scrolls 6 update. Next, Netflix is going to be, I think, publishing, and you're Robinson VGC, the next FIFA game. Insane. So EA and FIFA broke their long-standing relationship, and now Netflix is going to release the next FIFA game in time for the World Cup next year. Having not made a single game, the studio that they put in charge of this, Delphi Interactive, not released any games, slightly involved in 007 First Light, but FIFA's branded game they're going to release, and it's going to be for streaming on Netflix devices using your phone. That's going to go great. All right, got a couple more. We got a final update on the Horizon versus Tencent Light of Moderum game suit thing. And your Robinson VGC. Tencent Horizon clone pulled from stores, and the lawsuit has been settled. Not saying that it's been canceled or like shelved or anything, but it's been taken off of stores, Steam and Epic Games. So settled with prejudice, which means they can't bring it up again. So maybe they're changing it. Maybe it's gone for good. Who knows? But it was settled behind closed doors. We don't know what happened. Obviously, Sony got the upper hand because the game is gone for now. That's your final update on this, I think. I doubt anything more is going to come out of this. But hell yeah, it's kind of a W. A little mini story here. Are we getting a new speedrunners game? Connor McCarr, Eurogamer. So the people that made speedrunners are making a new spiritual successor, Sprint City. Instead of being split across several different levels like speedrunners was, Sprint City takes place in one single shared world that seamlessly connects nearby players. While in a party, you and your gaggle of friends will stay connected as you explore and track down challenges to take on. So this seems like a fun game with friends, right? Let's take a look at this little trailer here. It's very speedrunner-esque. You're just running around. You got similar abilities, but you're just like exploring. So I guess it's kind of like a co-op speedrunners, which sounds pretty cool and pretty fun. Shenanigans. We love shenanigans with friends. 2026. I'm excited for this. This will be a fun time. And that's basically it for news. We have the dev dub though. We do have a dev dub. Not so much a studio, but a singular human developer. In light of all this AI shit, we have a hero that arises. It says the Last of Us co-director. Dev dub. This is Ed Nightingale, Eurogamer, Bruce Straley. Described generative AI as a snake eating its own tail. It can't grow and think for itself. It just consumes and it tries to mimic what it consumes. That's the best it can do right now. Yes. Yes. More of this. It's difficult to even pitch the concept of this creation because in my world, NPCs are AI. AI programmers are a type of personnel you have on staff in the programming department. Now, you can't say that because if somebody does have an opinion about AI, because he's saying how like AI as a term has been in the industry for a long time, is just now shifted the meaning a little bit for a little more nefarious reasons. People are going to think we did machine learning and LLMs and all that. No, we did none of that. This is hard work and a lot of problem solving and a lot of creative thinking, which I think makes it more charming. I like art that has chips and flaws. It's like pottery. It has imperfections because it didn't come out of the kiln right. That's the cool stuff about art. He did admit generative AI could potentially be useful in certain instances, but he's not interested in using it. I feel like without a human being the creation, I personally have zero investment in wanting to watch a TV show made by a robot. I have zero interest in looking at art that is generated by a computer. I don't think prompting is art. W. I don't think prompting is art. That's a big W. So that's basically it. He just shits on AI, saying that there's no AI generated shit at all from start to finish in Covenant of Chickenfoot. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but that's what he said. And if we take him at his word, huge dev dub here. Love this. Let's go, Bruce Straley. WW. And that's it. That's it for this week. It did go slightly longer, but we had less stories. we just stayed on a couple topics a little bit longer than usual. So that's it for this week's gaming news. Thank you everyone that hung out. Thanks if you chatted. Thanks if you didn't chat during the live. I don't know. I feel it's like I'm ending stream, but I'm not ending stream. I'm just ending news. Make sure to put in the comments if you think anything needs to be talked about further, or if any stories that we missed, or if you disagree. Feel free to voice your opinion. If I don't like it, maybe it gets deleted. I'm sorry. That's just how it works. It's my channel. Do what I want. AI sucks, and generative AI sucks, and it should go to hell. You know, by the way, just a little side note. I read a story, not a gaming story, recently. This is gonna stay in the video. There was a report. I forget where, but I saw it was like a reputable source. Again, I didn't look farther, and so grain of salt, because I didn't look farther into it than reading that one story. In terms of like environmental impact on overall AI, aside from RAM and SSD prices going up. In this year, AI has generated the same amount of air pollution as New York City, and has used the equivalent and used the amount of water equivalent to everyone on Earth, like a bottle of water for everyone on Earth, something like that. That's insane numbers. just from AI like data centers. That's insane numbers just from this year. Crazy. AI fucking sucks. So that's it for this week. I'll see you guys next week. Make sure to check out the links in the chat. This will probably go out on Monday as usual. Yes, exactly. PC parts gonna skyrocket in price. Skyrocket in price. Get them as soon as you can. But yeah, thank you again. Hit the things on the under the videos. That's it. Oh, I gotta get closer.